Cristiano Ronaldo is no longer a walkout in FC26. Messi down to 87 rated. We're officially old. Today we're looking at more ratings for FC26 Ultimate Team. We've got more teams, more positions, everything that we need to see. And a lot of these ratings are based on the FC26 beta. These leaked ratings are normally pretty close to what they actually are in FC26. Despite the fact that they are not confirmed yet, we can see some of the cards have moved in rating quite a bit, like Rafinha up to 89 rated, Lamine Yamal, Pedri, and Lewandowski at 88 rated. Now, with Rafinha and Lamine Yamal both going to be in the top 4 for the Ballon d'Or no matter what, they might even be both top 3. These cards, I think, could be even higher rated than what they are. Like Lamine Yamal, I get that he's only 18, but I don't see a problem with giving him an 89 or a 90 rated card already. Same for Rafinha being 90 rated. And then Pedri at 88 and Lewandowski at 88 I think is fair. De Jong stays at 87. Koundé a little bit of an upgrade. Dani Olmo a little bit of an upgrade. Gavi at 84. Ter Stegen, big downgrade. Now, as you can see, that prediction is a non-rare gold card. There are rumors that the non-rares will go up to a higher rated this year, but none of that is confirmed by EA Sports yet, so we'll just have to wait a couple more weeks to see what that's going to be. But 84 rated non-rare would be, I think, the highest rated non-rare we've ever had, though if I look back, there might have been 84 rated non-rares in like 15 or 16 of FIFA. So I can't remember, but I know we've had some 83 rated non-rares before. Araujo with a downgrade going into this season. I think that's a harsh downgrade. I don't think he should go down by that much. From 85 to 83 would be pretty harsh, but yes, he hasn't had the greatest of years, despite the fact that Barcelona have been pretty good. Szczesny at 83, Christensen at 83, Balde, Rashford, Ferran kind of low rated for Ferran Garcia, and Fermin Lopez could probably be pretty high, much higher, but the biggest disrespect here, I think, is Pau Cubarsí. Pau Cubarsí should be like an 82 rated minimum, in my opinion. 75 is crazy, in my opinion. But then we've got the FC26 Barcelona ratings for the women. Bonmati, Putellas, Patrick Guijarro, Hansen, Mapi Leon. A lot of the same players, a little bit of a change in the ratings. I don't watch the women's game enough to really give an opinion on what they should be rated, but one player I will say is always too low rated is Salma Peruelo. I feel like she is always in like the running for Ballon d'Or, and they just always give her a low rated card. I don't know why they do that. Liverpool up next. We've got some big cards here. Mohamed Salah at 89 I think is disrespectful. That guy has been incredible again. I think 90 rated for sure for Salah. You could give him a 91. I wouldn't complain about that. Virgil van Dijk, still the #1 center back in the world. Also could be 90 rated, and Alisson might be the best goalkeeper in the world. That's a lot of talent on Liverpool. There's no wonder they won the league this year. Florian Wirtz, 88 rated, I think is fair. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, he didn't have a good first game for Liverpool. I thought he was fine, and if you saw him play for Bayer Leverkusen, you'll understand that that rating is completely fair. McAllister at 87, Frimpong at 85. I wonder if they're going to make him a right mid or a right back, or if he'll have those alternate positions as well. Kanate, Mamarshvili, Gravenberch, Gakpo, Soboslai, Robertson, Chiesa, Ekatike, Kerkez, and then you can see some of the lower rateds there down below, including Joe Gomez, who's normally pretty good in Ultimate Team. We went through the top 10 rated players from certain positions in the last video, but we've still got like 8 more positions to go. So we're going to start with strikers here. We've got Ronaldo at 86 rated in this prediction. As you saw by the beginning of today's video, he was only 85 in some predictions. Let me know if you think Cristiano Ronaldo should still be a walkout or not. Give me the rating that you think Ronaldo should be down in the comments below. Gyökeres at 87 rated, getting that move to Arsenal. I mean, he undoubtedly deserves an upgrade, but hasn't looked incredible for Arsenal so far. He did have a pretty bad debut, although he did make De Ligt look like an absolute fool in that shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Griezmann, 87 rated, so a slight downgrade for Griezmann. I don't know if that's deserved. Osimhen staying at 87 rated. Alexander Isak up to 87. Lewandowski, we already talked about. Martinez definitely deserves an upgrade. That guy could be even higher rated. Harry Kane at 90. Erling Haaland at 90. I honestly think if Mbappe is 91, Haaland can be 91. That's my personal opinion. I don't think that Haaland should be the second highest rated striker in the world. He should be the highest rated striker in the world, in my opinion. The top 10 center backs is led by Virgil van Dijk, who in this prediction by the Danish trader he's at 90 rated instead of 89, which was by Footbin. I agree with the 90 more. I think Bastoni should be higher rated than 88. I think he should be 89. Saliba and Gabriel with an upgrade is fair. Rudiger, 87. Ta, 87. Marquinhos, 87. Pacho, big upgrade, given the fact that he did win the treble with PSG. Same for Marquinhos. And then Schlotterbeck also becoming a walkout. I like that a lot as a Dortmund fan. Center attacking mids and center mids are led by Jude Bellingham. Vert's at an 89 in this prediction. So again, one higher than the Footbin predictions. I think Footbin a little bit more conservative with the ratings. We have heard a little bit of rumors about them slowing down the power curve by making the gold cards a little bit lower rated to start the year. I don't personally think that's going to slow down the power curve, but it could be something that EA Sports try. And if so, the Footbin predictions might be a little bit closer. If it stays the same as it's been in previous years, then I think that these predictions will be a little bit closer. Cole Palmer as an 88 rated. He obviously had an incredible Club World Cup to kind of bounce back from a quiet second half of the season for Chelsea last year. Musiala, I think everybody deserves on that upgrade, but unfortunately he did have a very bad injury, so he's going to be out for a while. Bruno Fernandes, Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne, a little bit of a downgrade. I don't think you can deny it, but we'll see how he does in Serie A. Odegaard with a small downgrade. Dybala also with a small downgrade. Xavi Simon's big upgrade. And Lookman with a big upgrade at center attacking mid. Also moving positions. Lookman's normally been seen as an outside player, but over the course of the last couple years with Atalanta shifting more into the center, and he's been incredible there. So I think that he's going to get an upgrade to 85. Of course, Atalanta were also the team that snapped that Bayer Leverkusen 51-game unbeaten streak about a year ago, so Lookman was a big part in that game. Defensive mids now. These are players that could also play center mid like we just saw, but are more defensive-minded players. Rodri at 90, which is a downgrade, but he didn't really play last year, so I don't think you can argue it. Then we've got Pedri at 89 rated. He's probably going to finish top 10 for Ballon d'Or. I think an upgrade is necessary for Pedri. He is spectacular. Valverde at 89. Vitinha, only 88 for Vitinha, but he was only, I think, 85 this year, so it is still a pretty big upgrade, but he is probably the best midfielder in the world right now. Kimmich at 88, Rice at 88, living off those 2 free kicks against Real Madrid. Barella at 87, McAllister, who we kind of already looked at, De Jong and Caicedo to round it off. We've also got some players who have been notable in Ultimate Team the last few years that aren't going to be in FC26. The first one is Neymar Jr. That one hurts the most. He obviously hasn't retired yet, and he's actually hitting some bit of form despite Santos losing 6-0 to Vasco da Gama last week. Neymar Jr., not going to be in the game because the Brazilian league isn't in the game. EA Sports do not have the rights to that league. Mikhailo Mudryk obviously failed a drug test, so he's not going to be in the game. He'll be suspended for a while. Rafael Varane retired after playing for Como for basically a couple games and then was just like, I'm hanging up the boots. Mats Hummels obviously retired as well. He just played his farewell game in the preseason for Dortmund. Dries Mertens, I'm not sure why he's not in the game. I'd assume it's because he retired as well. Roberto Firmino is in the Qatari League, which definitely isn't in the game. And then Ivan Rakitic is also retired now. So all these players are not going to be in the game next year. We've already seen some of these players, but here are the top 10 rated French players. Mbappe and Dembele leading the charge, but I think Dembele is probably about to win Ballon d'Or. And just given that alone, I think the Ballon d'Or winner has to be at least 90 rated. Again, I think that some of these today have been a little bit too low. Saliba, 88, Griezmann, 87, Maignan, 87, Koundé, Benzema still holding on to that walkout with an 86. Olise, big upgrade for Olise. Kanté, still relevant. And Marcus Thuram with a little bit of an upgrade to 85. We also have these confirmed ratings for the heroes. Zlatan is going to be 86, but he'll get upgraded to 92 come November. And the same thing for a lot of these guys like Iniesta, 86. He's going to get upgraded to 92, so you'll get these cards from the pre-order, but then they'll get upgraded as the game goes on a little bit so that they're not too ahead of the power curve right at the beginning. Morgan, 86, Khan, 86. Most of them are 86 or 85, but they'll get upgraded to ratings between 89 and 92. I also wanted to take a look at this over on foot.gg. They have a ratings predictions going on, which you can basically vote for what ratings you like the best. If you think a player should get upgraded, you kind of just click that button. If you think they should get downgraded, you click that button. Not that I am voting for those right now, but you can see basically what the community thinks about a lot of these ratings, and quite frankly, a lot of them are similar to what we saw. Donnaruma's a different one there with 89 going to 90. He did help them win the treble, but now, you know, Luis Enrique doesn't even want him on the team. So that's an interesting dynamic right there where Donnaruma's probably going to be the highest rated goalkeeper in the game, and yet his club team that just won the treble doesn't even want him anymore. That is honestly insane. Mohamed Salah getting upgraded from 89 to 90, I think, is definitely fair, which I said earlier. Van Dijk to 90, I think, is fair as well. They did win the league dominantly last year. Harry Kane, I think, should probably just stay the same rating, quite frankly, and that's what they have right there. I don't know how to vote for that. Oh, I can just, yeah, let's just submit that right there. All right, yeah. So that's my prediction right there for that. You could also vote if you want Vinicius Jr. a little bit of a downgrade. Vert's a little bit of an upgrade from 88 to 89. And yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. Please drop a like. Let's go for 200 likes today on the video. Subscribe to Nitro Gaming if you want to see more FC26 content. I'll see you guys again in the next one. Peace out.